The lore of Planetside 2 is so good and the factions are so amazing that it inspired me to write a story set in that universe. But more on that later. I planned on talking about something that most people ask when playing a game with multiple different groups or factions. Who's the good guy in the story? When you first log on to Planetside 2, it'll ask you to join one of three factions: the Terran Republic, the New Conglomerate, and the Vanu Sovereignty. They all have their own descriptions for what they're supposed to be like from a lore standpoint. The three different faction descriptions by the official Planetside 2 wiki being the Terran Republic, an authoritarian government that leverages military might to maintain strict control over the galaxy's colonial citizens. The Terran Republic is obsessed with the preservation of law and order, and are thus seen by some to be an oppressive and dictatorial force. Many view the TR as the only hope for lasting security on our axis. The New Conglomerate. Rebels, freedom fighters, or terrorists. The New Conglomerate operates as a loosely organized band of dissidents that vehemently oppose the stranglehold that the Terran Republic on our axis. Led by an unusual quorum of outcasts, industrious titans, pirates, and former military leaders, the New Conglomerate is unwavering and prepared to achieve their goals by any means necessary. Sorry, the developer used some pretty big words for these descriptions, and I don't know how to say them properly. And finally, the Vanu Sovereignty. Vanu has taught that only through technology can humanity evolve its next stage of existence. The Vanu Sovereignty is extremely advanced, employing powerful alien technology on the battlefield. Their singular purpose is to uncover the secrets hidden away in ancient artifacts scattered over the surface of our axis, and they will annihilate anyone who interferes. Out of these three factions that I picked to fight for, I chose the Terran Republic, because it's my personal favorite option, that they're the good guys. Sorry, let me re-say that. I chose the Terran Republic because it is my personal opinion that they are the good guys in Planetside 2. And this may just be the case for the lore aspect too. The three factions all have their own trailers on YouTube, which you can watch as well, and I will show them in a second. But I'll tell you first why I chose the Terran Republic to fight for, and why I believe they are the good guys of Planetside 2. When I was first introduced to Planetside 2, thank you Alton Man, I'll link his channel below, the guys I wanted to play with never told me what faction to fight for, so that we could all end up in a squad together. So I was left picking whichever one I wanted to fight for to begin with. Something about the line in the Terran's description piqued my interest immediately. That line being, obsessed with the preservation of law and order. So in my books, I imagine these guys as a rebranded version of the Empire from Star Wars. Yes, I'm pro-Empire. I read the Conglomerate's description, and I feel like these guys were made to be the bad guys to begin with. The description uses words like pirate, rebel, terrorist, so I figured these guys were the big bad evil guy of the game that couldn't get any worse. Then I read the Vanu's description. Vanu has taught that only through technology can humanity evolve into its next state of existence. When I read this, I remember saying to myself, that's reasonable and realistic too. The Vanu Sovereignty is extremely advanced, employing powerful alien technology on the battlefield, and I thought, there's nothing bad about them in the description. So I picked the Terran Republic instead. For the sole fact that that description had nothing bad about it. And I figured something was up, because supposedly there was nothing bad about the Vanu. I did some research and came across the trailer for the Vanu, and I watched it. As I was watching it, I couldn't help but draw a comparison to the Far Cry 5 John C. TV broadcast at the beginning of the game. You'll see what I mean. The narrator feels like a cult leader trying to spread his influence to the viewer. And here's the video from the Vanu Sovereignty.
are watching this, we presume you are a person of great strength and intelligence. Someone who seeks truth. Someone who seeks wisdom. Someone who seeks enlightenment. Do not trust in tyranny or a misguided concept of freedom. We must annihilate the ignorance that stands in our way. Join us and learn your true potential.
The title of the video even confirmed my suspicion that it was like a cult leader speaking to the viewer. Choose Vanu sovereignty. Choose enlightenment. The title of the Terrence trailer is Choose Duty. Choose the Terran Republic. And the conglomerate's title was Choose Freedom. Choose the new conglomerate. Notice the difference? The others two, such and such, is more like a call to war. Duty, freedom. While the Vanu's is enlightenment. They stated that if you're watching the video, you must be someone who has great strength and intelligence, and that you are, quote, seeking truth and wisdom. The video also tells you not to support the tyranny, Terran, or a, quote, misguided sense of freedom, being the conglomerate. Outright saying that if you wish to be on the right side in their war, you should join them, and not even think about the other two factions. Even though the other two do that, but it's a little more indiscreet. The new conglomerate's trailer in the beginning tells you that you can either be indoctrinated in the Vanu, or be politically imprisoned by the Terran, or you can fight. You can see for yourself in the trailer right now.
Let me tell you something. On this planet, you have three choices: political imprisonment, religious indoctrination, or you can fight. We are not the Terran Republic pigs, and we are not the brainwashed Vanu coldheads. We are the new conglomerate, and everyone knows we don't take any prisoners. And we don't take any.
I want payback. I come and take what's mine. I want payback. Maybe it's my chance to shine. This is payback. I wanna see you burn. You got a hard new lesson to learn. I want payback. I come to take what's mine. I want payback. Baby, cause you crossed the line. Cause this is payback. I want payback. Payback.
The conglomerate actually points out the fact that the Vanu are a cult, using the words religious indoctrination and brainwash Vanu cult heads. The one thing that sets me off about the video is the fact that they lay on quite heavily that they are the bad guys. They don't outright say it, but the language they use makes them sound like anarchists. They use words like cult heads, Terran Republic pigs. And the one line that makes me strongly believe the conglomerate are downright the bad guys in this: and everyone knows we don't take prisoners, and we don't take any. The one thing I like about the trailer is the rock song, though. That goes hard, I do agree. Most of the time, when there is a group, I like to make a connection to other things in media I know about, well, during the time. The Vanu, it was like the Far Cry 5 cultists, and the new conglomerate, it was like the highwaymen from Far Cry New Dawn. This brings me to the Terran Republic's trailer.
You have failed the Republic. The facility is lost.
When you put on the uniform of the Terran Republic, you become more than a soldier. You become a savior for humanity. You become something larger than yourself. You become a piece of the most well-oiled machine in this planet's history. You stand against heresy, anarchy, and you never forget the proud tradition you serve. If you want to save this planet, there is no choice. Only duty.
Right out the gate, the narrator makes it clear that you aren't fighting for yourself. You are fighting for the people underneath the Terran banner, both civilian and soldier. It makes it clear that under the Terran banner, alone, you are a soldier. Together, you are a machine. I'll let the trailer speak for itself, of course. Sorry about that. I pre-recorded these. I pre-recorded the script things so I could actually focus on the gameplay, so I won't constantly get cut off by dying to some random guy who was hovering off the ground with a false jetpack. And yeah, I'll just go back to the video since I'm pretty sure you guys already saw the Terran trailer. There is no choice, only duty. If this narrator was narrating over a Terran training video, it would feel like something that the Terran people would see over their TVs as an army recruitment ad. As I stated before I showed the trailer, this trailer tells you that you are not fighting for yourself. You are fighting for an entire faction. Alone, you are a soldier. Together, you are a machine for war. When I first told my friend that got me to Planetside about how I picked the Terran Republic, he said that it was a good choice. And he sent me a link to the presidential speech from the Terran Republic's president. And here it is. Warning, there is a scene in the video that I'm about to show you that shows an example of fascism. Be warned, it's Nazi Germany.
We came here in peace, with a dream of exploration. Through the strength and unity of the Republic, we reached and grasped the stars themselves. Only through the power of our collective will could we traverse the endless fathoms of the galaxy and find our new home. For the betterment of all mankind, we have achieved mighty deeds. We have become like unto gods in our power and reach. Never before has the human race attained such glory, and it is all due to the loyalty of the Terran people. Yet there are those who think they have a better way. These terrorists, these usurpers of power, would destroy a way of life we've cherished for hundreds of years. And for what? Technology? Corporate profits? This self-styled new conglomerate would destroy our democratic traditions, handing our way of life over to their corporate masters. They sell us oligarchy, and they call it freedom. I name it what it is. Fascism. And even worse, these so-called Vanu. They seek not only to destroy our civilization, but our very humanity. They claim these alien artifacts are the key to the future. But whose future? Toying with technologies beyond their understanding, they risk our very existence for some theological insanity. For too long, we have allowed these destroyers of a peaceful, stable republic to fester and grow like a cancer. For too long have our beliefs, our homes, and our own children fallen victim to their radical, destructive ways. I stand before you and I say no more. Today we stand. Today we fight. Today we show these blights upon humanity what they have feared in their dark hearts all along. The Terror Republic will never stop. The Terror Republic will never surrender. We will fight and die until every single one of them is wiped from the face of the Russians forever. When we claim blood and honor, we mean blood and honor. From today until the last day, the Terror Republic will fight, and we will win. Loyalty unto death.
The president states that they've strived for the betterment of mankind as a whole, and there are those who are trying to stop the progress that the Terran Republic has made. He states that the conglomerate are a corporate entity that are trying to destroy the Terran's tradition of democracy. And from what I've seen of the new conglomerate, this is true. They exist to destroy the Terran Republic. They say that they fight for freedom, but never actually state what the Terran Republic does against individual freedom. The Terran Republic is a democratic socialist state with 3 branches of government. So if the conglomerate wanted freedom so badly, they could run for positions in office and make direct changes to the way of life. But there's no evidence of them doing so before they split from the Terran Republic, of course. That also states that the new conglomerate isn't even a country, or a state in a sense, that has borders, police, or a direct government official. It is run by corporations that fund the entire army. Sorry, their entire mercenary group. It's even become a meme in the Planetside community that the new conglomerate supports team killing. And from what I've seen, yeah, this is true. The president states that the Vanu want to destroy humanity by claiming it for themselves to increase their cult following. He says that the Vanu are messing with technology that they have no understanding of and risking humanity for their own selfish religious obsession. And I don't believe that's true on the aspect that the Vanu don't have any understanding of the technology, since their battle vehicles leave both Terran and conglomerate vehicles in the dust with Hover technology, providing that the Vanu are able to put the technology to good use in combat, but I digress. Something that I also wanted to add about the conglomerate's calls to the Terran Republic, Something I wanted to add is that the conglomerate calls the Terran Republic a tyrannical government. The Terran Republic is a democratic socialist state. Democratic being that the people have free speech. But if you listen closely, if so many people disagree with the Terran Republic, you would hear booing and insults during the president's speech. But no. Instead you hear loud cheering and clapping, showing support for the president. Before I end the video, I wanted to talk about the story I'm writing. The story is called The Last Medic, and is about a Terran combat medic who, him and his squad were trapped behind conglomerate lines. And when his squad is killed in battle, him being the only survivor, he makes it his mission to sabotage and kill everything that is part of the conglomerate. Anyway, thank you for watching. And if you're interested in The Last Medic, I think I could cover it on this channel. But for the most part, see you later. And, well, loyalty until death.